Well, I have some good news for you and I have some bad news for you. So it just depends on what you want. Most of you, oh, by the way, cue the fire. You just want bad news. So Russia, here's your bad news. Russia unleashes a super weapon of mass destruction. And scratch that, I said it wrong. They built its first batch of Poseidon Doomsday torpedoes. One of Putin's super weapons. I mean, maybe not weapon of mass destruction, but I mean, come on, it's nuclear, and they want to blow us up. So if you're into the getting blown thing, well, then you've come to the right place. I personally think this thing's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind owning one of those. I mean, I don't need to have the nukes. I probably said nuclear wrong. My apologies again. But this thing's pretty dope, right? You could like look down, you're like, oh, look under the water. It's mermaids. That is cool. What else? How many people they fitting in there? And honestly, I am very uncomfortable with water like that, like underneath. I don't know how I was a surfer. Every time I paddled out, I'm like, I'm gonna get eaten by jaws. I'm not kidding. And if I sit out there long enough, I'm like, I gotta paddle back. I can't do this. We were in Florida about this was probably a few months ago. And my wife looks down and she's like, that's a shark. I'm like, that's a huge shark. I think it was a tiger shark. Any way you look at it, the thing eats you. That's one thing I don't like about Florida's waters. Is I can see what's down there. I think it's better just to be stupid. But the first batch, oh, by the way, squirrel, I'm going to go into the stock market. You're going to like this one. Danger approaching, and it did exactly what I said it would do. And if you want to know the stock that I talked about yesterday, it did exactly what I said it was going to do. Guess what it's going to do tomorrow? Guess what the S&P's doing? Guess what Bitcoin's doing? It's all, you just draw these little lines and you're like, bingo. Now, that's not to say that I am not wrong, okay? So don't trust everything that I say. Any trader that thinks he's always right, well, he's not a trader, and humble times be approaching. Back to Russia blowing us up. The first batch of Russians' Poseidon torpedoes, they've been produced. They have them. State media reported the Poseidon is an intercontinental. That means it comes over here and it blows us up. But this word right here, nuclear. Yep, that's what it does. Just to let you know. It is considered to be one of Russian President Vladimir Putin's so-called super weapons. Oh, and also to make things or matters worse, even if you draw a little heart in the window, Russia is preparing to mobilize an extra 500,000. Although Vlad is like, I don't know what you're talking about, Willis. Not me. Well, we see him. We see you in the water. We know what you're doing. Russia has denied it was preparing a second wave, number 2, of mobilization. If you're thinking, bravo, I don't believe you. Name your sources. Okay, here we go. CNBC. Is that okay? Fact check. Putin could be ready to announce a second mobilization drive, but first they're gonna lie and deny, and then just like when everyone's like, oh, they're not going into Ukraine. Really? Look at all that. What do you think? They're just sitting there for nothing? No, they're going in. They went in. Same thing with China. Man, I mean, if they do what do what they say, don't do what they do, or whatever. I screwed that one up. But if they're doing it, that means they're doing it. Kind of like if you walk in on your wife, right, and she's with another guy, and neither of them have their clothes on, they probably are doing it. Even though she's like, no, we're friends. It's laundry day for both of us. It's fine. It's nothing to see here. Oh, also, in regards to being right, some of the time, I give you the news, and I say, all right, let's see if this plays out. And it's playing out here in Davos. Pozar was right. Saudis confirm. I've been saying this. Non-dollar oil trade plans in Davos. Dusk for the petrodollar and dawn for the petro yuan. Now you'll understand why when they position themselves, right? Russia, the yuan, no more dollar. Let's do it. Let's trade oil for the right kind of money, not that dirty dollar thing. But bravo, with all this bad news, can we make money from it? Absolutely, Charlie or Stan. Do you have any Brian? We've got some Brians. I told you guys about this yesterday. It's the VIX, okay? What goes up goes down. It just does that. That's why I created a swing trading course with 70% off. So you can buy it going up and then buy it going down. Or if you're really bored, you can just do a 5%, 4.5% on a 3-month T-bill. That's it. Call your bank. There you see. Any way that I can help you move your money. But we are currently getting ready to do our next cliff dive. You guys ready? Wall Street's fear gauge. What fear? Everything's great, right? Because that's we're up, okay? And then after we go up, what do? We go down. That's why Bravo trades it. Flashes warning that stocks might be headed off a cliff. Let me say it again. Your stock market is going to do some cliff diving. Ooh, and look at all that red. It looks like it's already did it. Woohoo! Good day. Good day. But what I wanted to show you is this right here. The only thing green is your volatility. And you have been so low for so long, and it's getting ready to pop like it did last time. That's what happens. Once it breaks these patterns, see a triangle, you're like, but it's not perfect. No, it's not. It's not perfect. You want to see a bigger triangle? Well, I'm glad you asked. Look at that baby. Came underneath. Wait until, now I drew this probably, this orange line, I was guessing that that's when it's going to pop. And I did that maybe a year ago. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. I said probably May. You're going to pop. VIX is going to rocket ship higher. We're going to go into what's called a liquidity crisis. It's about the time that the Fed, right? Everything, that's about the time. And all of their quantitative tightening, right? Less movement in the bond market. That's when that all plays out and everyone's earnings and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I should have trusted Johnny Bravo. Also, for those of you who ask me, what is this program that you're using? TradingView.com. And then if you ever can't find your watch list over there, you pull that. That I was struggling, but boy, oh boy, look at those yields are crashing. 5%. No, yields are going to go higher. No, they're not. That was it. I said that was it. We're down 5% on a 10-year. That means get ready to refinance. Not yet. You got to wait. All this is coming down. That is your top. That is your left shoulder. That is your right shoulder. Just come on down, baby. And then that little TLT play. Yeah, that's another green. There you go. Yeah, boy, Bravo, how do you know this? Well, that's because I follow charts and lines, not what people say. And yesterday's little stock I mentioned, up over 12% on the day. You're welcome. But that still does not mean buy and hodl. That means take your profit, son. Also, in full disclosure, I do not trade nor buy any. When you see a sponsored video, I have not bought. I will not sell. I mean, trust me, I would love to. You'll never find them in my Bravo's watch list. Got to leave them out of that too. But if you ever do want to know what I'm trading in a bull market, I have a swing trade. It's if you're new, grab that one. That's every day. This is what I'm currently trading. In a bear market, I'd have these cool little lines like this. I have that one. That one's currently 20? That one is going up, just like my other one did. But back to S&P 500. And boy, the trolls, you guys, just get me. Not you, because you love me and I love you. It's those other ones that sneak on there and troll. When we go, oh, I thought you said the market's going down, right? And it goes up, as Biden would say, 1 inch. And I said, I can guarantee you, even though I can't guarantee anything, I said it's going to hit my little orange line. Ta-da! Then it gets rejected. Also, Lux Algo, link in the description. If you want to grab this software that I use, see these? It just drew these. So I can turn it on and off. It's like, oh, we have a detected pattern. That would be a symmetrical pattern. See it up there? It's telling you. So not just are we in a downtrend, in a channel, but you also have a detected pattern. So when it breaks right there, usually it goes about 80% of the way through the apex, it's going to break, and guess where it's going to go? It's going to go down. And honestly, you guys, is it just me because I trade every day that this is just so easy? Look, right here, this is where you put in a buy. It goes all the way up, okay? And then you put in a short, or you close you click sell. You'd sell it because you made money going up, and then you click short, or you click sell again, and you could make it. I know it might be kind of confusing. You make money going down. And then where do you buy? Oh, right there. Okay. But you still haven't had confirmation on the downward, but I know based on this little guy right up here. Yeah, yep, going down. See how you can combo my swing trading and then my bear market with these patterns and how to measure. You measure that one and you measure it down, and it's gonna come down here and touch the orange line. And sometimes it kind of hangs out in that area, and then there it is. And this was one of the troll comments. If you were so smart, you would have called Bitcoin's pump. I did. I even marked it. Okay, I did miss it by a few pixels at the top of exactly how high. And even LuxAlgo is telling you symmetrical triangle. And if you want to measure it, you measure from here to here and over to here. And that's where it's going to go. And then it's going to come down. But these are just probabilities. Also, and I said, if you got the cojones, go short this baby, but just wait for confirmation. When you get into this zone here, see that? You got above it. That's it. But you have to wait. Sorry, it's painful when it's in there and it's still kind of moving up or it's staying flat. And you're like, oh, that's what it is being a trader. It is just probabilities. So if it keeps going, you may want to exit your position. Also, you never want to bet. And that's what gets people is they put all their money on one thing. They're like, let it roll. I'm sorry, I'm not a gambler. Let it ride. But you see, if you only had a few percentage, like 3%, 5%, 2% on each one, right? You wouldn't be so stressed out. But I literally think that people buy Bitcoin thinking it's a lottery ticket. I own, one lottery ticket. Come on, go to $1 trillion, which is the complete opposite of how I have grown and made wealth over my lifetime. And I've said this, it's like baseball. I bunt. That's all I do. I never go for a home run. I'm like, hey, you're getting 4.5%. Move cash over there. Oh, this is a trade. I know I could make a few percent on this one. Okay, close the position, open a position, close, and you just keep growing it. It's not, and I get it because we have a lot of investors on this channel that are just like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do any work. I just want to put it all in one spot and then gold will go up. Then you use your fundamentals of saying, well, if this is evil and it's just paper and gold is real, then it should always go. Right? I get it. I understand. I agree with you. I don't have a dog in this fight. So moving on. Why, Bravo, did the market go down? Well, I told you because the chart said it would. But now let's give you stories so you feel better because most people don't understand charts. That's why you should take advantage of 70% off on my bear market so you can learn how to do it rather than just going, oh, so it went down because Wall Street stumbles after weak data or data. Hawkish Fed comments. Oh, so that's why the market went down. Yeah, it's Fed's bullard. Oh, and U.S. retail sales drop in December. Oh, that's why it went down. And I say, no, that's not why it went down. It went down because it ran into my line. Also, riddle me this, Batman. If the Fed, okay, like my voice goes up, if the Fed is still continuing to raise all of their rates. I don't know. I can't go here. I click button no work. All right. So here, question. Okay. The Fed's raising rates, right? Huh. Their little Fed funds rate. Ooh, okay. Even though you just go into a bank, you're like, hey, can I get a loan? They're like, sure. Do you have any money back? No, but you can have a loan. Just pay us back with interest over 30 years. Why has this been dropping ever since I said it would? Well, that's because it's the bond market. The bond market tells the Fed what to do, and the Fed just follows this one right here. It's the 2-year yield. That's it. They just follow that. They're like, where's it going? It's going down. Okay, we're lowering rates now. So make sure you lock in this for 1 year. You can have a 1 year almost 5%. Don't be cuckoo. And I really hope that everything that I say on this channel, it's really helping you. I know in the comments section. Look at the comments section. Also, thank you guys. I read all of your comments. Really, it's very nice. And it's always the troll ones. Those are the ones that get me. But very loving, very supportive. I really appreciate you. Again, no dog in this fight. I'm just trying to help you. And yes, I can be wrong just as much as I'm right. It's just, for some reason, weird reason, right? Those charts just don't lie. So always trade what you see in front of your face. Not what I say, not what CNBC says, and actually this little macro, and they got it. The volatility index, which I probably should have put that story with the VIX, but I see squirrels, and but it's fallen sharply over the last 3 months. Yay! Well, that means market go up, but then what happens? Well, now market go down. That sounds like a good thing for the market, right? Well, maybe not. That would be correct. So the VIX is going to head higher, the stock market's going to head lower, and you're still going to get laid off. And all of these bad things that I said were going to happen, they're happening, they're going to happen. It's just the nature of the beast. We go through these cycles, and I didn't create it. If you would have left me in charge, it would not be this way. I'm just taking you around the back door so I can show you, hey kids, you want to make some money from this? This is what you do. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Bravo. Microsoft is laying off 10,000 employees. Okay. So, and just in case you want to know why, well, when your stonk goes from, what, 3? Wow. See this area? So when I scream at you, when Bitcoin gets in this and I'm like, take profit or get ready to short. Yeah, it could still keep going up. Okay. Still some more. And then that's the pain trade. That's where you're like, no, I don't want anything to eat. I'm fine. I'm fine tonight. It's all right. Tomorrow. But then when it rolls over, you're like, oh my goodness, thank goodness. And then we go from almost $350 to $236, right? Well, that would be almost a third, unless I can't do math, which I can't. But well, there goes a third of your employees. But again, hey, employees at Microsoft, just draw these things and go, okay, this is a rising wedge. See that yellow thing? And then you're going to measure it. I can't do it on, sorry, my camera, measure here. Okay, see that? See that measurement? And you go, it's going to go right here, down. Let's see how well I did. Oh, hey, look. Bingo is my name-o. Also, this is kind of a little wonky, but maybe you see this left shoulder. Okay, head, come on over. Come on over. Let's put in your right shoulder and then your neckline, and then you break neckline and you head lower. And then you make sure you see that little E right there. I'll tickle it for you. Exit prior to earnings. But let me get rid of these lines, because in a months from now, I'll be like, was I drunk? What is that? What was I drawn? So another reason why...
Clock is ticking on TikTok as federal and state government...
We're not going to talk about TikTok. Another reason why, guys, I don't like buy and holding... Here, I'll show you. Ooh, market sell-off. Ooh, so scary. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to make money going down. It's what happens when, that buy and hodl mentality turns into files for bankruptcy and your money goes kaput. I don't want to see that happening to you. I've had that happen to close family members. Throwing all their money in. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what they did. Yeah, you match it 1 for 1. Which one was it? It'll be the one that says it's lost 99... wait, it's going to be right above my head. Right there. See that? It's lost 99.50%. All of your retirement money gone. And I don't want to see that when you are gone and your retirement's gone. No, you get to get back at them. Also, when Fed officials and do what they do, not what they say. So when you see something like this is a good article. Now it's time for central banks to make the rich richer and the poor poorer again, as before. It's just the same cycles, rinse and repeat. I don't want you guys to take the streets and have pitchforks and go in front. And I just want you to profit from what they do. That's it. I think that's better, in my opinion. Like this, a timeline of the Federal Reserve's trading scandal. Remember back in 2022, 2021, 2019, 2020, when they all dipped out. They sold at the top, just like CEOs. They sell at the top, and they're like, oh no, it's just for tax purposes. Remember Robert Kaplan, Fed president, right? They're all doing it. But again, do what they do, not what they say. Like remember Tesla, 420, right? Probably should have sold with Elon. That was about the time. Is that when they dumped bags? Same thing in crypto. Litecoin, you name it. I've been into crypto since forever. When the founder is like, that's it, bye-bye, and then they give their reasons. You're like, well, that's the reasons why they did that. And I'm like, well, look at the chart. And then in my bear market course, I took out that sweet little short at 253. You guys all called me an idiot. And here's still the problem. I'm going to leave up that price target. $78, $80. Still haven't hit it yet, but we're getting there. It's going to take some time for that MACD to roll over, which you will know all about it, and you can take advantage of all of this because you're a rock star. And thank you every single day for hanging out with me. And, well, I will see you in Davos.